Hey you guys, welcome to your weekend edition Love and General reading. This is for the element of water. So if you are Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, and that's your sun, moon, or rising sign, these messages are for you. I've already shuffled and cut the cards. Let's go ahead and begin. I want to thank you guys for liking, sharing, and subscribing. I ask that you all please continue to do so. Remember, these are general, so they may or may not resonate, but hopefully they do. Also, you guys, I heard a lot of you did not know I had an Instagram, so if you are just interested in seeing my random posts, sometimes I do card readings on there too, that are separate from here. You can follow me on Instagram, TemajTarot. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started. We have the central issue, heart of the matter, as the Page of Swords, the Justice card, Five of Swords, Hanged Man, Ten of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so there's something going on where maybe there could be some sort of disagreements going on in your life surrounding relationships, surrounding your work environment, maybe even legalities, especially dealing with child custody. There seems to be some sort of friction going on, and there needs to be communication, because I think somebody is coming off as people doing things to irritate the other person or to push the other person's buttons or trying to get a reaction out of the other person. Someone may be threatening, making legal threats for whatever reason. Maybe you are threatening to sue your job for discrimination. Maybe you are having trouble dealing with shared custody. Maybe there are no legal documents in regards to shared custody, so you or the other parent might be threatening to take legal action against something. I feel like these are displaced feelings or emotions, though. I feel like something else is actually the root of the situation. And so someone is just trying to get your attention or to make you do something, because maybe there's some sort of procrastination. I also feel like someone may have sent out a message out of, like I said, out of anger or frustration, and the actions weren't really well thought out or well planned. I feel like somebody is just kind of saying you'll get your karma. You know, what comes around goes around. Like someone is just like saying these type of things, or sending, messages that aren't the best. It's like, I was angry when I wrote that. I wasn't thinking when I wrote that. So I feel like someone maybe is speaking out of context or terms. I even feel like someone said something like, I hate you, and didn't really mean it. Maybe you're feeling like you hate this place, you hate your job, you hate your apartment, you want out of your lease. There could be some things going on with if like you're a renter and they're taking forever to address a problem. Now you're kind of threatening to, take action, sometimes legal action. Maybe this is even a situation where you're like, I'm going to social media if you don't fix this. I'm taking this to social media. So someone is I see threats. I feel that things have been placed on hold in a situation. Like maybe you've been getting frustrated here because things have been taking a long time to happen. You've been getting, your frustration. You're like, nothing's happening. I said something, I wrote a letter, I, did whatever, I reached out, and nothing is happening. This could be happening to you. Maybe someone is saying some things or doing things to get your attention, and you are like, my child, you don't understand. Patience is needed. So you might be trying to take the higher road or be all namaste about it. You're like, I don't have time for this. I'm just going to remove myself from this situation through meditation, through peace. So some of you are kind of just removing yourself from a situation that is irritation, frustration, and you're just, finding a different way to channel that energy instead of getting in a pig pen with people. Some of you might go as far as to be praying for other people. It's like, let me just pray for them from a distance. 'Cause I don't know what to do. I'm just going to pray for them. So some of you may have been meditating or praying for other people that can't get their shit together or that have been causing a lot of drama or conflict around you. You might be the peacemaker at your place of work, and people keep coming to you about rumors and talking about, we're going to strike, or we need to do this. We need to take action. And this is you just kind of disconnecting from all of that drama. And you are figuring out different ways to find peace to that situation. Now, in a love situation here, I'm feeling that right now there may be a lack of communication. You probably have not heard from someone. Maybe you took a break from social media. Maybe you have blocked someone, or maybe someone has blocked you. There's a need to see things from a higher perspective is basically what I'm getting here from this energy. It's like, it's best to just kind of say nothing. Like, I'm not going to say anything right now, because if I say something now, it's going to come from a place of anger. So let me just kind of put myself in time out. Put myself in namaste jail. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like maybe somebody has been put in Facebook jail or something for making too many, statements about politics or race, or, just feeling like you're trying to take a stand. For people protesting. So yeah, something could happen where you get put in time out because of your protesting style. But back to, like, if this is some sort of love situation, this is people finding a resolution. And I just heard Aaliyah's song, we need a resolution, we need a resolution. Aaliyah, heard of it? Anyway, but yeah, it's kind of like we need a resolution. And this is what's happening. It's like, okay, back to the drawing board. Like, let's scrap that whole plan that we had going on. Let's just start over. I feel like it's, this is not showing, but I feel like there was a tower moment, and this is the after effects here. Now we're at ground zero. We had to clear the ashes. There's been a new way of thinking here. Someone's whole mentality had to be dismantled and reset. And now you'll be reestablishing or starting over with the way something was headed here. So you're starting fresh. This can even be something like work related. I don't know if you are calling off because you're sick, or you're asking for time off, or asking for a schedule change. Somebody may be like, I can't keep working the schedule. It's too stressful. I don't have any time at home. There's no work-life balance. This is unfair. So some of you might be frustrated about work ethics going on. I see someone firing a lawyer too. It's like somebody doesn't like their lawyer. I see a contract coming to an end too. There could be some sort of contract coming to an end, or someone's lease coming up. Maybe those of you that are getting ready to sign a new lease for your apartment, it could be about that. Maybe you have been a temp and your contract is getting ready to expire. Maybe you're trying to be put on as a permanent employee. I see that happening for some of you. With the Pentacle energy, this is leading to something permanent. So maybe you also had to compete with other people, especially, you know, when you're working as a temp and they're like, yeah, we hired about 20 people for this temp position, but we're actually only going to keep about 2. You might be doing the most to try to make sure that you know, stay afloat or stand out from everybody, your competitors. So you might be behaving in a very cutthroat manner. I am seeing like some sort of dog eat dog, but I also feel like someone fights spiritually. So someone could be using the law of attraction or some sort of spiritual manifestation to get ahead. But either way, I just see healing. I see healing taking place with the Temperance. This is figuring out a way to make things work between 2 different situations, 2 different people. It's like, okay, yeah, this is the solution here. And so you will be on more peaceful terms in your situation. I'm also seeing someone maybe recovering here from a mental breakdown or depression, or maybe a literal backache. Some of you really need to take a time out. Like you've been stressed, you've been overworked, you've been overthinking about work, money, love. You've been overthinking, and it's maybe it's time to take a time out. Maybe it is time to take a time out. So you may have been very disconnected with people so that you can recover, so that you can be healthy. It's like you want to work at 100%. You can't work on 100% if you are down and out, or if you're going through something, or if you're not in the right state of mind here. I see a spiritual contract between 2 people. I see either one contract is ending with you and another person so that you can connect with someone who you're supposed to be with. Like you had to let go of someone from your past because you have a spiritual contract to fulfill with someone else. Or if it's the same person, like I said, it's just something about the way you guys were going about things that wasn't working. So after taking a break from one another, you will more than likely be able to continue where you left off. Because there is some sort of unfinished business here. You know, this is about having to repair the damages, having to figure out where you went wrong. It's like, where did we go wrong? Okay, let's figure this out. Let's look closely at this so that we get it right. So things might keep falling apart, or you might have to keep disconnecting from somebody because you guys need to pay more attention to details. You need to, if you're spiritually awakened and you're connecting with someone who's also spiritually awakened, I feel like there's a need for you guys to take a conscious approach to how things are supposed to be. There maybe needs to be some adjustment in your belief system, which is, you know, kind of about the ego here. The ego, it's like it needs to be reset. So by looking at astrology too, you know, when you look in astrology and you're like, why does this keep happening? Or why do I keep having short-lived relationships? Or why do I keep having conflicts in my relationships? What is causing this? There's a need for you to kind of do some research so that you can work with these negative energies, because you can't really escape like negative placements in your chart. Let's just say, for instance, it is about you feeling like you keep attracting the same type of people. And you're like, what am I doing wrong? You know, let's just say it was in your birth chart. It's like, oh, that's what it is. I keep attracting the same type of people because it's in my birth chart and I can't seem to escape it. What you have to do then is just work with that energy. Try to compromise with that energy. If you know that you are always going to be confrontational with your partners, and hopefully, like I said, this person will be spiritually awakened too, so that you guys can talk about that. You know how to address it. Maybe instead of arguing with each other, maybe find an activity to do with each other. It's like, okay, maybe we need to take our frustration. Maybe this can help by us figuring out some sort of activity to do together. Maybe we should do yoga together. Maybe we should do shadow boxing together. Maybe we should do something. We need to do something. Maybe it is about frustration, figuring out ways to deal with your frustration. Maybe this is about sex. Maybe there's some type of way we need to just start doing that more regularly to help alleviate some of this conflict that keeps arising. So it's like figuring out what that is and working with those elements so that you can find a peaceful solution here. We do seem like we have a new peaceful beginning. This is something being refreshed. I feel like the page being refreshed. Something about, I feel like this might also have something to do literally about refreshing a page. I feel like something has been cleansed. Those of you too that make spiritual baths, or you're into that, you might need to make you a little spiritual bath and just kind of reset your energy. Anything that you could think of to reset the energy in your life. So if you are into witchcraft, you know, maybe you need to go to a spiritual shop, gather the best herbs, see which herbs and cloves and things of that sort are speaking to you. Get you some holy water, some Florida water, and all of that, whatever it is. Put your whole ingredients into it, because the alchemist knows how to put things together by nature, just by intuition. It's like you may intuitively know how to heal yourself and also how to heal others. So spiritually speaking, this could also be talking about your calling. Like you might be starting up some sort of spiritual business. Maybe you're connecting with a twin flame or a twin soul to go into business with. Maybe this is the purpose. You were wondering, like, well, what is the purpose of us meeting and coming into each other's lives? What is our spiritual contract? I met this person and I don't know what they are. So what is our purpose? I feel like maybe your purpose is to start some sort of spiritual business together. You guys might both have some sort of different gifts. Like maybe you know how to put herbs and stuff together, while the other person that you're connecting to, maybe they have healing hands, and together you guys can clear people's energies, and together you're just good at helping other people. So I feel that you have met someone or are currently in a relationship with someone who activates these healing abilities. You guys are activating each other's healing gifts. Yeah, I'm seeing shared gifts. Somebody is maybe able to communicate with spirit and translate that information, or whatever your talents are. It's like you guys complement each other. You guys are complementing each other with your talents or your gifts. You guys, if you've ever done any research on Edgar Cayce, I don't know what his wife did, but she may have, let's just say, for instance, while he went under trance for other people, his wife recorded everything that happened. She took notes, or she did this and that, and that's how she assisted him with his gift. Think about the two ghost slayers, or people who went into people's homes, Ed and Lorraine, the real live couple that, like, The Conjuring is based off of. I can't think of their last name, but Ed and Lorraine, and they were like ghost hunters. They combined their gifts. They went. Maybe, I think Lorraine, she could hear. Let's say she was clairaudient. She could hear the spirits, while Ed could feel them. So it's like two people who are very intuitive spiritually and work together for healing purposes is what I'm getting. If there have been any shakeups in your relationship, is you're getting a fresh start here. But you know, someone needed clarity, someone needed to have some sort of realization. So yeah, you get it. I could go on and on. Let's go ahead and pull some energy cards here. Okay, additional messages for the element of water. And I always forget to give the date, but July 5th through the 7th, 2019. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ew, that was weird. Not weird, but okay. All right, so we have door to personal healing and happiness. We were talking about the healing. Indecision, which is probably why someone is the Hanged Man. Storm warning, maybe a sudden breakup. And then we have the World, like I said, the new beginning. So what's going on is that Spirit is making room for these opportunities. Like I was saying, I didn't see the Tower, but I'm getting like that energy, like we're healing from the Tower moment. So there could have been some sort of disruptive energy. And too, with this deck, Storm warning, it does act as the Tower sometimes, or any type of ending, or you know, when you're taken off guard some type of way. So I feel like someone is here trying to figure things out, trying to have a clear state of mind. And it's like, you still don't know which way to go. It's like, I don't know which way to go. I'm literally at a crossroad. And so this is just Spirit's way of intervening and maybe causing a disruption in your life, causing a storm. Maybe this storm tears down these trees, and so it blocks the road that you're not supposed to go on, forcing you to say, well, I have no choice but to go this way then. So something's happening where, because you maybe were so indecisive, so torn, that, okay, universe intervenes. And it gives you some sort of clarity here. So there has been some sort of breakdown in a foundation so that things can be rebuilt. This weekend is about healing. This weekend is about starting fresh. This weekend is about looking at things from a higher perspective. This is about removing the rose-tinted glasses. Some of you may have just now taken off the rose-tinted glasses about your situation, whether it's love situation or a situation at work, or realizing that someone will never fulfill the promises that you thought they would. I don't know. I just kind of feel like this is about removing those rose-tinted glasses, and now you're having clarity. Now you can heal properly here. Now you can heal properly. Because something just kept getting swept under the rug. Something just was not, I just feel like something just was not being healed properly. Kept trying to cover up a scar with, you know, infection still within it. And it's like, no, clean those wounds. Like, it has not been properly cleaned. So, like I said, here with the world, I feel that you are on the brink of a new beginning here. This could be the new relationship. It could be starting a new job. It could be starting fresh, a fresh way, or having a different perspective of, you know, your whole situation with your friends and family here. This is you also maybe having a bird's eye view, just seeing things for what they really are. I see too, maybe after the eclipse, a lot of things have came out into the open, and you have a better understanding of how the world works. You have a better understanding of how your life works, especially if you've been learning things in astrology, and all of a sudden by you looking at that astrology chart, it is like you looking at your world. This is your eyes coming down and being able to see your entire life on this piece of paper or on that screen. It's like, this is my life. You know, this is my rising sign. This is my 4th house. This is my 10th house. This is my 7th house. And all these planets are doing this and creating this type of chaos in my life so that I could do this. You know, you're understanding. So you might be looking at your life from a bird's eye view from the simple fact of you looking at your birth chart and coming to some sort of clarity and understanding. But, you know, something may have had to end abruptly for you to be able to grasp that information. So I hope this has helped. Please feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.